It's been 1 week since a tugboat pushing a Texas-owned fuel barge ran aground in Heiltsuk territory and sank. Thousands of gallons of diesel fuel have escaped, spreading into a village site and vital food harvesting area.
Mayday.
October 13th, roughly about 2:30 in the morning, turned the radio on, and all I heard was a pan from the Nathan E. Stewart.
As it entered the mouth of Seaforth Channel, the course was changed, slamming into the reef and the rocks at the mouth of a place that we call Gokwe, Gale Creek.
I was on one side of the boat, not knowing that there was punts pushing on the barge to try keep it off the rocks from going further into the beach. And just as I was going that way, the tug itself sunk.
What did you think when you saw it go down?
It is heartbreaking.
I have a trap line in that area. It's coming out of Spiller and all the way around to Matheson, it's called.
Our parent would take us out of school and take us out there. And we lived there until all the food was gathered for the winter.
4 sockeye rivers in the area, and it's a big area for cockles that can easily be damaged. It's devastating to everything in that area, abalones, clams, crabs.
I know my grandson digs clams every winter, and my son goes out digging clams every winter. And that's their livelihood. What are they going to do now?
I practically grew up on the boat. It hurts so much that the oil spill had happened where I can't, or where I provide my clams, where we get our kelp for our SOK, where there's fish, where there's food that we could eat, we could provide. But now we can't because of the oil.
We've been around here all morning, and there is a lot of fuel in here yet. Yeah. And I was here yesterday at the half tide. All the gravel beds are filled with fuel. The grass shorelines everywhere.
We came in yesterday, and aside from the one main plastic boom on the outside of Gale Creek, all the other booms had already broken. Feels like we're just part of a big show, a big cleanup show that isn't really accomplishing anything. And I'm just worried that all of these mistakes need to be documented carefully so that everyone understands that there's no way to clean up a spill here, really.
What is your response to the idea of calls for an all-out tanker ban to avoid these types of things happening in the first place?
Well, over the past years, there's been a lot of underinvestment by the federal government in marine safety and spill response, and that's something we're absolutely committed to turn around. And one of the symbols of that is, as someone who knows Vancouver and the Lower Mainland as well as I do, one of the first things we did was reopen the Kitts Coast Guard base, because we understand that having responders there if something happens is absolutely essential.
There's a chance the weather may come up on us pretty quick today. You may be recalled from the field. If you cannot get back here, find one of the safe harbors, ride it out.
I mean, the fact that we can't even contain this. It could have been the tug and the full fuel barge. It could have been a bigger vessel. It could have been a super tanker. God help us. It is so clear that even when you stretch the whole span of the coast, we do not collectively have the capacity to deal with a spill of any magnitude.